Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I wanted to do some theories about Garmadon's role in 2019, and there are 3 different theories that I want to talk about, and I figured that I'd just condense them all into this one video, since they are, pretty closely related theories. Don't think that they really need to be in their separate videos. But yeah, so pretty much we're going to be theorizing about what role Garmadon might play. In the new trailer, we had seen a lot of new evidence that, a lot of new information about Garmadon in that trailer. So this gives us a lot to work with. Anyways, these 3 theories we're talking about is an Oni impersonating Garmadon, how did Garmadon get his powers back, and could Garmadon team up with the Oni? So we'll talk about these all one by one, and, I'll just start with talking about the first one. So anyways, our first theory of the day is an Oni impersonating Garmadon? So let me explain what I mean by that. Garmadon has suddenly got his powers back, and he's suddenly broken out of jail. So, yeah. With that being said, is it possible that an Oni could have impersonated Garmadon? This would, one, explain how he got his powers back. Because, Oni, they have powers and stuff. And Garmadon's destruction element is very, very similar to some of the powers used by Oni. So that would explain how Garmadon got his powers back. It would also explain how Garmadon broke out of jail. The truth would be, he never did break out of jail. If an Oni is impersonating Garmadon, what effect would this have? So pretty much this sets up, the ninja thinking that it is actually Garmadon, which creates more conflict. And that would be pretty cool because, if that would mean that Garmadon never really broke out of jail. Another possible explanation to support this theory would be in the final shot of the Season 10 trailer, we see Garmadon shooting at something and then there's a lot of smoke and then that Oni figure rises up. So what if that main Oni figure is actually the person impersonated Garmadon? I think this theory isn't entirely likely, but I think it could also be possible at the same time. There is some evidence to suggest it. Next, we're going to talk about how Garmadon got his powers back. So pretty much, if it were up to me, I'd say that Garmadon broke out of jail. I've seen people talking about maybe Garmadon is training with the ninja, and I highly doubt that because, Cole falls off the bounty in that fight, and Garmadon really is fighting, So, anyways, how would he get his powers back? If we're going by that silly, the fight fuels him rule, if we're going by that silly rule, then, okay, every time Garmadon fights, he gets his powers back. But that's kind of ridiculous. And aren't Lloyd's powers kind of connected to Garmadon? My only explanation could be, again, the Oni impersonator, or maybe Garmadon gets out of jail and gets his power back, but what effect would that have on Lloyd? There is kind of a relationship between Garmadon's powers and Lloyd's powers, as demonstrated and shown throughout Season 8 and Season 9. Garmadon only had his powers when Lloyd had lost them, and Lloyd got his powers back as soon as Garmadon lost his power. So, yeah, there could be a correlation between their elements, and if Garmadon does get his powers back, does that mean Lloyd has lost his element again? I don't really know, and it is pretty confusing. Honestly, I think the best explanation for Garmadon's powers returning would be an Oni impersonating him. Other than that, it would be extremely repetitive. We've just seen so much of this powers coming back and powers losing powers and all of that stuff. It's just so much. It's really repetitive right now. Anyways, the last thing I wanted to talk about was the possibility that Garmadon could team up with the Oni on his own. No Oni impersonator or anything. Pretty much Garmadon just breaks out of jail and teams up with the Oni. There's more to suggest this, such as, Garmadon fighting the ninja, and furthermore, Garmadon also shooting in that cavern we see at the end of the trailer, and that Oni figure just kind of rising up. Maybe Garmadon is trying to awaken that Oni, or something along the lines of that. I think this is, not too likely considering Garmadon was supposed to be the one to defend Ninjago from the Oni, but I can also kind of see it happening at the same time. Maybe Garmadon just wants to ally with the Oni to get his power back, or something along the lines of that. But, I'm not really sure at the same time, because Garmadon doesn't really like the Oni. He's not exactly allied with the Oni. He's been trying to fight them ever since he came back in Season 8. So it doesn't really make sense. And I think that's about all I have to say for the possibility of Garmadon teaming up with Oni. Now going back to the first theory, I think the possibility of an Oni impersonating Garmadon is definitely the most interesting out of these 3 theories, and I can elaborate on that one the most. I think that would be a really cool plot twist, and also people are kind of expecting Garmadon's arc to be finished in Season 10, and I am too. This is a 24 episode arc. I want to see Garmadon either die or turn good by the end of the season. I don't want to see him back in jail again. So how could he turn good if he's going to be fighting Ninja again? Well, the explanation is simple. It only is impersonating him, and he's not really actually evil. I think that would kind of make sense if Garmadon is turning evil. If Garmadon is turning good, there could be an Oni impersonating him, and, that would make a lot of sense. But yeah, I think that's about all I have to say for this. I'm really curious as to how Garmadon's powers will be returning, just because a lot of this powers coming back, powers returning, all of that kind of stuff is going on. So this is definitely a topic that I did want to address, and I hope you enjoyed these 3 little theories. Be sure to leave your thoughts and comments on the theories, and list your own takes on them as well. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, share with everyone you know. More videos will be coming up throughout the week as we further break down the Season 10 trailers. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.